Hello students, in our previous video we studied about data and its types. Today let us also quickly recall some terms we use in statistics. First one is variable. A variable is any characteristics, number or quantity that can be measured or counted while collecting data. A variable may also be called a data item. Age, income and expenses, number of births, class grades, eye color or vehicle type. Marks are example of variables. It is called a variable because the value varies in a population. For example, marks of students is a variable that can vary between individual students in a class. Next term is observation. An observation in statistics is a value of something of interest we are measuring or counting during a study or experiment, like a person's height, income, temperature of city, etc. For example, while collecting data regarding marks obtained by students in a class. The marks obtained by 30 students of class 10 of a certain school in a mathematics paper are 53, 61, 48, 88, 78, 68 and so on. Next term is frequencies. The number of times an observation is repeated in a given data is called the frequency of that observation. Frequencies are generally denoted by small fi. For example, here 37 is occurring once, so its frequency is 1, while 39 is repeated twice, so its frequency is 2, and we can count like this for each mark. If we put them in a tabular form as shown, it is called as frequency distribution table. This kind of frequency table is called as discrete frequency distribution table, as the data is in the form of distinct values individually. There are no groups. Sometimes data includes 100 to 500 observations. In such case, the table is long and tedious work to do. So, we make it small by grouping the data. For example, if we arrange given data into small groups, say for example 30 to 40 marks group, 41 to 50 marks group and so on till maximum observation in data, say 100. Observe that each of these classes is of a certain width called as the class interval or class size. To find class size, subtract lower limit from upper limit. Class limits are two endpoints of a class. The lower value of the class interval is called the lower class limit of that class interval, while the bigger value of the class interval is called upper class limit of that class interval. Next term is Classmark or midpoint. Classmark is defined as the mid value of each class interval. Formula of class work is equal to upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Now observe here, upper limit of previous class and the lower limit of next class is same. Such type of classes are called as continuous classes. Thus, a continuous frequency distribution table is a series in which the data are classified into different class intervals without gaps, along with their respective frequencies. If the upper limit and lower limit are not same for two successive classes, then they are called as discontinuous classes. We can make them continuous by adding upper limit and lower limit and dividing it by 2. So students, we have learned about various terms used in statistics like data, variable, frequency, etc. We also learnt about frequency distribution table and its type also. They are mainly two types: discrete or ungrouped frequency table and grouped frequency table. For grouped frequency table, it can be continuous frequency table or discontinuous frequency table. In our next video, we will see about central tendencies in statistics.